how many nigga towns did y'all sack in your fight for dignity and defeat?
Oh, my fair share of black life. Cause when niggas are scared, that's when white folks are safe.
Yo, Donald Trump just won the election, so now the biggest and racist just got an erection. 50% of Latino men just helped them step in. I'm plain ignorant, so this whole album's your lesson. You better learn something, fuck around and burn something down. Words are nothing when they cease to serve something. Now the worst is coming, cause y'all serve someone who deserved to burn in hell, like the end of the world is coming. And it's your fault, I blame you. You claim truth, convinced the world's flat like facts ain't true. The glass ceiling's cracked for blacks, who cares it ain't you? Your selfish acts attract Satan, who's probably taking the deuce on your soul. The life of your wife, kids, shit on their goals. MAGA walk around these streets like they Nazi clones. Catch me alone, a brack, folding chairs in your dome. Brack, the sound of folding chairs cracking your skull. Yeah, let me hear your greatest before I bloody your nose. Like when you say, if I don't like it here, I should go back home. In fact, homes, I built a city, those with black skin tones roam the globe, expose history shows we the most dope. So here we go, we so stuck, but hopefully the price of groceries won't go up. That's what your vote's worth, sandwich bread and cold cuts. You got your eggs, I end up dead, then it's just so what? Basically your vote's the same as racist, so Ku Klux. I feel for Palestine, but here in the States we so fucked. Maybe I'm wrong and y'all gon' be living it up, except for Mexicans. Trump's gonna lock you up and be deported. Morbidus, Morbius, swarming us with more of us and warriors. Sporting the pipe, sporting the knife, the course of a night. Of course it ain't right, like pork and your wife. We in the fight for some sort of a life. All you racist white people, what's up? You can't begin to understand this life I'm in. In fact, all you black racists, what's up? You can't begin to see why I fight to win. All you Trump the dumps, what's up? You can't begin to understand this life I'm in. You freaking cornballs, that's what's up. You can't begin to see why I fight to win. Snakes in the grass getting long. I need to charge all the batteries for my weed eater. Y'all cult members of cult. Trump is your cult leader. I call you Trump the dumps. You like the Walking Dead fever. Either you fill your bottles with McDonald or Mitch McConnell spit following Emperor Palpatine's in a robe ensemble. They will con you while you finally balls on you.
No. You done got me talking politics. I didn't wanna.
The barbaric practice of slavery was still prevalent in America. America became known as the land of the free, which must have come as a surprise to all the slaves.
You gotta open your eyes to see the light, cause even the moon glows and shines at night. It's like the earth pool decides to consume your life. I know that's morbid, but that's in orbit when you choose to fight, or the fight choose us who choose to trust. Might confuse the night, right from wrong, beyond sight. I can see everything to be free. There's a price with human beings dealing with snakes that see us as mice. I'm Rakim, better yet I'm Nas with one mic, one bullet in my top shirt pocket like Barney Fife. I'm the product of the system when the system ignites. Fire surrounded by vipers with venomous bite. Sitting at height so high they don't fly here, the air's thin. I'm the last airbender, I make the air bend. Sick and strip the privilege, maybe they'll care then. The arrogance will die your time, that's where I begin. Yeah, the moon glows, so even at night, look up in the sky, you know that the light can shine on those with eyes closed. But untie the blindfolds and keep that hope close. Yeah, the moon glows, so even at night, look up in the sky, you know that the light can shine on those with eyes closed. But untie the blindfolds and keep that hope close. It's kinda wishful thinking, ain't it? Hoping and painting come out better than the person that painted. That's like you hoping you don't get overly soaked when it's raining. There's that word again, hope, when the pain in the world is aimless. Shameless like Frank Gallagher, who'll never change shit. Hate spread quicker than you think you ain't sick. Same shift like a broken chick with a facelift that was gorgeous before it, couldn't see it, need LASIK. Racist, raises, great again concept that's tainted. Sprayed with things that's dishonest, but they claiming these things that's changing the continent. Make them say the racist things that they responding with. Yeah, be honest, kid. I elevate above in space beyond this shit. Planet Earth is home, regardless of the nonsense. It's where I still got family. They live on that shit. Yeah, the moon glows, so even at night, look up in the sky, you know that the light can shine on those with eyes closed. But untie the blindfolds and keep that hope close. Yeah, the moon glows, so even at night, look up in the sky, you know that the light can shine on those with eyes closed. But untie the blindfolds and keep that hope close. It's berserk when they say keep your third eye open while they living life and your real eyes ain't even working. Nervous cause the murders on the street without purpose. See clowns around, but this town's too serious, a circus. The evil they serving and the people that's working against us are evil servants that slither on the street surface. And I ain't saying we as a people are perfect, I'm just saying not being seen as equal, we don't deserve it. It hurts when we treated worthless and undeserving. They so certain that the earth revolves and circles them. they mind frame, time change, the earth shift. And then again, the craziness in this world's what birth with. That's why this is what I fill my rhymes and verses with. Yes, it's worth in this, even though there's dirt in it. Watch me clean it and shine with a diamond perfectness. Use the same thing to wipe away the pain that they curse us with. Yeah, the moon glows, so even at night, look up in the sky, you know that the light can shine on those with eyes closed. But untie the blindfolds and keep that hope close. Moon glows, moon glows. Yeah, the moon glows, so even at night, look up in the sky, you know that the light can shine on those with eyes closed. But untie the blindfolds and keep that hope close.
You do not take a person who for years has been hobbled by chains and liberate him, bringing up to the starting line of a race, and then say you are free to compete with all the others, and still justly believe that you have been completely fair.
I knew you'd come back.
I trust you didn't lose sleep over it.
Worrying about you be like wondering if the sun gon' come up. Ain't about to wild out over it.
How many people have to die, killed in the field until you appeal to the why? Because maybe the reason's embedded deep inside. And so you keep your eyes closed until you realize you the bad guy. And you act like a privileged ass white who believes that he's probably white in his past life. You're more of a rat snake living the grass life that attract mice easily because you act nice. Makes you laugh right, insightful look in your psyche. Trying to be the #1 killer, and you might be killer, scary thriller, cemetery fill up, in light speed with you loving like in the kill stuff. I don't know which would hurt lesser, being hit by your bullet or his, or high blood pressure. True people like you's my #1 stressor. That's why I'm kinda liberal with a 9 in my dresser, a 4-5 and an AR-15 sword and 9 borderline warrior mind scorching the skies. Idolize the pain in the eyes and the same guys that shamed us with lies. Aimed us refined every day. I pray that they die. Every day I pray that the darkest days fade away, 'cause I fear if they're here to stay, then I think that we could all lose our way. Every day I pray that the darkest days fade away, 'cause I fear if they're here to stay, then I think that we could all lose our way. Yeah. To die, nah, every day I pray not to become them, because sin will wash out in the wash. Their common sense is as common as anonymous calls. Intolerant thoughts, we know where it starts but can't agree with the cause. They calling it art, this thing that I do, but it's more me teaching the truth when I speak to the youth. But the grown-ups such they needed it too. In that regard, it's hard, maybe I'm speaking to you, and it's gone on for so long that being right feels all wrong. All alone in this battle, the shackles on our arms will shatter in the promised land, but the promise has been promised by more than one man. Eventually you'll believe that the promise is a scam. The straw that broke the camel's back has also damaged the dam, and the damnedest thing flow from it. The fluid advance, they piccolo players that play a small part in the band, but the music wouldn't continue without the venue. With the power to end you and bid you in half, collapse within you. The passion that's in you is master the back of your mental. It's simple, that's why I speak the deepness on these track instrumentals. Every day I pray that the darkest days fade away, 'cause I fear if they're here to stay, then I think that we could all lose our way. Every day I pray that the darkest days fade away, 'cause I fear if they're here to stay, then I think that we could all lose our way. Yo, open your eyes, the way you die will be monetized. Not just the death rate in the state, but the gun sale rise. You think it's a coincidence when this shit coincides, and then it makes a little bit more sense when they don't cry. In each instance is senselessness, innocent incidents, no censorship, censorate forgiveness. In the mix of this, surviving. They had a contract with the blacks that's non-binding. All I am, soldiers of Zion, a beast on the concrete, defeating the lions. They want peace, but got my little seeds crying, climbing the illusion they provided. Keep us divided, out of alignment. Turn brother against brother was their assignment. Can't enable us with the iron. Drug usage, illegal prostitution, who buying? Automatic weapons for free? You lying. You see they give you the tools to destroy you. Boy, you fell for it, paid hell for it. Dispel aura, stale more of the tales of the people who sell false prophecies for profits that fell. Every day I pray that the darkest days fade away, 'cause I fear if they're here to stay, then I think that we could all lose our way. Every day I pray that the darkest days fade away, 'cause I fear if they're here to stay, then I think that we could all lose our way.
Pull it slowly, then toss it.
Oh, I will move slow. I ain't tossing nothing. So if you're gonna do, you might as well go ahead and make it quick. It definitely won't stop me from emptying out half my mag.
You might not hit me.
This range and this caliber, If I miss, I can't miss.
He displayed a genius for dashing to a spot that commanded the battlefield and bravely raining shot and canisters on forces that greatly outnumbered his own. Translated, he killed a whole bunch of American soldiers in defense of slavery, and they built a monument to him for that. The Confederate monuments were built for one reason: to honor people for what they did from 1861 to 1865. And those monuments honor people during that time period for doing one thing: maiming and murdering American soldiers so that they could keep owning enslaved.
Wipe your tears away, wipe your tears away, come on. Wipe your tears away, wipe your tears away. You gotta wipe your tears away, wipe your tears away. Please just wipe your tears away, wipe your tears away. You gotta wipe your tears away, wipe your tears away. Just wipe your tears away, wipe your tears away. You gotta just wipe your tears away, wipe your tears away. Come on. It's automatic, drive you crazy like sitting in traffic. Useless move the antenna, remove the static. Only on the tube, in real life the picture's always sporadic. Consumed by the truth, our lives improves and patches for the black kids and poor whites. Explore life with my Hispanic brothers who know it's right to stand up and go and fight with us against the man. Stand with the Native Americans. Stand up, open eyes, recognize it's their land. Before it was stolen, their assets were frozen. Simply tricked, they using sincerity that was bogus. There had to be something in their soul that was broken. They took land from Mexico too, man, they was focused. Mexicans let them squat until they claimed they owned it and sealed the deal with the soldiers. Notice the pattern of soulless humans, always consuming. Next stop, Africa using, confusing, abusing, using them for slave labor, choosing to hate us, and so they made us.
To the superior race, that is explicit. If the Confederacy was not about slavery, somebody should really go back in time and tell the fucking Confederacy that.
You want a history lesson? Where do I start? Well, first off, the Confederates lost came at a high cost. Not just lives lost are the ones that died off of the field. Killed blacks with their prime thought in the deep south, where they speak out about the economic beliefs that they seek out. Snuff peace out. You see, they think to succeed, they had to leave out human beings that look like me or even my seed. So we free now? See how the elevation of Satan somehow coincides with our nation. Plantations will come down. The home base, the south, the racist safe house. That way, the black folks hang when it's sundown. No mistake, racism ain't fade, not 1 ounce. It's always been a great place whenever they recount. That about explains why the statues for days are honest slave master that paved the way for the red wave. Today it still exists. The parties kinda switch with a specific kind of racism that aiming at our kids. Explaining we can get out this place that's raining shit. It's a hard concept to grasp with Cassidy abyss. We should be on the same page with some things. Playing the game ignorant is insane. Open your eyes and realize we're the same on the inside. Combine knowledge and time to make a change. Get on the same page with some things. Playing the game ignorant is insane. Open your eyes and realize we're the same on the inside. Combine knowledge and time to make a change. So lesson learned. If you believe that you get burned, it goes worse with Jim Crow laws. We was treated like germs. It seems we didn't deserve to be equal parts of a team. Even though we helped build a foundation under their feet. Speak something they hate, they show up in white sheets. It might be the corniest concept, but it's likely designed to terrorize mind of blacks out of line with racist whites. Trying to stuff they shine, decline they rise like it hurts they lies, like they try to divide. We even had different cemeteries when we died. They despise us that much, they out of touch with God wants. Good luck getting into heaven, hating and such. Good luck if Abigail's making your lunch. Good luck she's on some other shit, she ain't taking the punches no more. We all Buffalo soldiers in war. We gotta make sure we arm for when they kick down the door. Exposed before race relations explode like C4. I had to explore our history for me to see more.
We're still fighting for all kinds of things, so that just demonstrates the depth of white supremacy.
We should be on the same page with some things. Playing the game ignorant is insane. Open your eyes and realize we're the same on the inside. Combine knowledge and time to make a change. Get on the same page with some things. Playing the game ignorant is insane. Open your eyes and realize we're the same on the inside. Combine knowledge and time to make a change.
The less you know about history, the easier that it is to imagine you'd always be on the right side of it. Because the truth is, the history of America is a history of changing an America that badly does not want to be changed.
Next caller.
Yes.
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch.
Word.
Your thoughts.
Yes.
Your thoughts ain't my thoughts.
Yes.
Bitch, I'm flowing straight from the survival throne.
Yes, I guess it's just a state of mind of men around grimy men with followers, but they lie to them. The weakest of those even confide in them. I suppose they admire them, expose what's inside of them. When hope is expiring, they go inspire them to go where no one go, like some firemen. And folks are dying in groves, lying in stoves and frying pans of smoke where the crying men spoke as sirens. They blow in silence, so violence is stoked, but only for the tyrants. When the tyrants then start hiring dying men, cause dying men got nothing to lose when the tools start firing. And the women that desire them bare thoughts, cold like floating in space outside the airlock. We're not the niggas that care not. Their plot is evil, they don't care if they people when the air stops. To them we probably hardly exist like fair cops. At least I got music, these beats is where I share thoughts. If you help me grow, there's no dough like sharecrops. Call me boo and cute, I got the same things that bears got. Lights out, especially when the flame dies out. Keep G's in the trap for the mice out. No time like the present, cause it's right now. Know that I need my presence in this fight now. Lights out, especially when the flame dies out. Keep G's in the trap for the mice out. No time like the present, cause it's right now. Know that I need my presence in this fight now. I hate assholes, but more fearful of the snakes in the grass though. Probably the reason I keep the grass low. They walk around thinking they hot as Tabasco, with a mask on, strapped with a goal to take all your cash flow. But I laugh though, even though my laughter leaves you baffled. A bag full of dough hanging out my dough like a saddle bag hanging off the back of my Jag. Yes, I'm a teacher at school, but I'm breaking bad. Just ask your math teacher about the aftermath. Lead you, disaster path, feed you to a pack of rats. Lead you like a pack of bats or a pack of blacks. Pack of gas, keep you acting whack. Hope to see you laugh at that evil. Lead you to my doorstep where war gets morbid and more kids get orphans. Soldiers stay pumped up on endorphins and women get abortions. Cause the state the world's in, the things it's enforcing is unsportsman. Of course it's crazy outside. Our decline is all kinds of all-time highs for people that died before I close eyelids. I bid farewell, die quick in my pyramid that sit in the pits of hell where I never fell. Lights out, especially when the flame dies out. Keep G's in the trap for the mice out. No time like the present, cause it's right now. Know that I need my presence in this fight now. Lights out, especially when the flame dies out. Keep G's in the trap for the mice out. No time like the present, cause it's right now. Know that I need my presence in this fight now. You like a terrorist, being arrogant, speaking Arabic, trying to be deep, but speak with a speech impediment. Impede on the relevance of what you seek when telling us, selling us dreams. We gotta be sleep when it's developing. Safe like a pelican briefcase. Bad enough you tap my pockets, but you a cheapskate. Every time your eyes see my blackness, you seek hate. Accurate acts of kindness ain't in your DNA, so we ain't safe. Eat your plate filled with steak. We will stay in the streets hungry every day, but we know that we'll be okay. Don't be so fake, we know that your role's a snake, that you play oh so great. The devil, that's your soulmate. Your soul waits in this cold place, cold shakes and frozen lakes. What Iraq soldiers with old tanks got the new tech. You better turn new vets in the cold case. Suppose you can sway your disposable fate with a showcase. Lights out, especially when the flame dies out. Keep G's in the trap for the mice out. No time like the present, cause it's right now. Know that I need my presence in this fight now. Lights out, especially when the flame dies out. Keep G's in the trap for the mice out. No time like the present, cause it's right now. Know that I need my presence in this fight now.
Next caller. I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch. Your thoughts ain't my thoughts. Bitch, I'm flowing straight from the survival scroll. Cut that bitch off. Next caller.
And then we should have planted the American flag. D.I.R.T. proud.
Yo, they got me in handcuffs, trying to get me amped up, so they have a reason to shoot and say they manned up. Get them on the streets where they sleep, that's what they plan was. Claim they stand up, motherfuckers, but can't stand us. Understanding the trust is broken, knowing the first chance that they get, they'll abandon us. Exposing, up close with the chosen one, the chosen opposing them. Evil in them, keep them from noticing them. Patrolling them, nah, more like controlling them. If I had to guess, I bet there was no soul in them, no toll owning them. They act like we owing them, walk around with our eyes wide open, they'll try closing them. I know the good ones exist, that's cool. The pick which is a big risk. I'd be a fool to put my life with my child or mine on the line. Choose to teach it myself since they refuse to do it in school. I have to prove that I too love America. Take the good with the bad, with the mass hysteria. You can try to ignore it while it straight up just stare at you. Build false barriers, all to put the fear in you. Now the guys are acting uncivilized. You speak with a serpent tongue and think with an evil mind. That's the devil at work, you see he's in disguise. You recognize the bad guy but love his genius design.
They took my rights, they stole my life. no repercussions? What would happen if my kids bought beards like McLovin? Just kids being kids, except when they skin has melanin. Darker shade close the blinds, can't let the felon in. How will it end? Is it Trayvon, Laquan McDonald, Tamir Rice? I hate the loss of young life. At the height of their plights, at the peak of potential. A kiss on the forehead, Blair for keeping it simple. Instead of bullet sneaks in, watch it creep in their temple. Too many die with open eyes, on the streets they resemble. Swindle for time without presence of mind and blurred lines. Hunting us, capital punishment for petty crime. Signs of the time, not designed with 8 sides, no stopping it. Shocking when they spin it with excuses. They charlatans, criminal system claiming not in it, they been it. Claiming self-defense in the New York Minute. Stop resisting, take your own advice. Stop and listen, don't cop a plea, cop a seat, please react properly. Politicians need to believe like it's a prophecy. Time for us to see the naked truth and hide the modesty. Labels enabled to use us, we just commodities. Society fails to see any other qualities. Another young child murdered in the wild, man it's wild. It's been 2 whole minutes, ain't been a murder in a while.
They took my rights, they stole my life. I'm gone, but I should be here. They told us lies, they washed us out. They know that we should be here. We should be here. We should be here.
You can sit on the sidelines and wave your pennants, because according to your definition, this country's going to get virile as the devil. San Juan's an inch on. We'll show how red our blood is because we'll spill it.
Destiny of our country. And then we should have planted the American flag. Be high and proud.
No, I don't worry. I tell you, I'm a man who believed that I died 20 years ago. And I live like a man who is dead already. I have no fear whatsoever of anybody or anything.
Got them asking where they at on this planet. The USS ain't ended up the way that they planned it. Insanely sick how they had the game rigged with antics. There's no way that they would ever gamble with chances of not winning. They was focused on this goal since the beginning. Explosive with motors that soak up in them. They venom, so defending them's impossible. Believe us, they love us when they need us, otherwise they hostile. They try to change things in the Bible, rearrange the gospel. Things get hard, pray to God, but it'll cost you. It ain't a black or white thing. I seen a black pastor with a private jet and iced out ring. More than just nice things. The real test when you confess the stress is like bring. Careful though, the cost offered the right price, he might sing. Cold coasted over thin ice in the ice rink. I think they rob you with your eyes open, so I don't blink. Nose and arms, no option, gotta stay woke. With holes in the boat, it's hard to stay afloat. Yeah, you wanna hold on to hope, then don't blink. You wanna hold on to hope, then don't blink. Nose and arms, no option, gotta stay woke. With holes in the boat, it's hard to stay afloat. Yo, you wanna hold on to hope, then don't blink. You wanna hold on to hope, then don't blink. With open mind and open eyes, I can see all. I see you hijack the word woke, dressed up as RuPaul. They saying what you sport and distorted our true cause. See how they using you and the things you say to change laws. Yes, it's divisive when I'm writing, no lie. The bad guys like when we fighting black on black crime. They ignited black versus white, they like it. Asians hating on blacks, they get excited. That's our energy they siphon. You gotta remember they think division is righteous. Just imagine what happens if we all was united. Holding your lighter is cool, but truth is we need fighters fighting in trenches beside us when the enemy tries us. So rise up and realize it's up to us and move in the same direction that progress does. That surviving in this world is just hate, absent of love. How they got us on opposite side with nothing stronger than us. Nose and arms, no option, gotta stay woke. With holes in the boat, it's hard to stay afloat. Yeah, you wanna hold on to hope, then don't blink. You wanna hold on to hope, then don't blink. Nose and arms, no option, gotta stay woke. With holes in the boat, it's hard to stay afloat. Yo, you wanna hold on to hope, then don't blink. You wanna hold on to hope, then don't blink. Conscious rap, nah, it's more like me just spitting honest facts. My mama taught me right from wrong, I gotta honor that. It's fools that spark the war with the truth, I gotta conquer that. A spoonful of the truth, but feed you moderate scraps. It's anxiety, they scared society collapse. The exact moment black folks just unfolded they rap. And by rap I mean ask for equal access to the path of success. Without generational wealth it won't last. You try to start a set, to start in line with your head start. Besides we on foot, you in a go-kart, debating whether we can make it if it's so hard. But I guarantee we'll be there when it's show starts. Cause so far, we come so far. You say no cost when it costs us everything to be so involved in this battle at the ground level. At the front line, looking eye to eye with the devils. They dress as Confederate rebels. No's and offs, no option, gotta stay woke. With holes in the boat, it's hard to stay afloat. Yeah, you wanna hold on to hope, then don't blink. You wanna hold on to hope, then don't blink. No's and offs, no option, gotta stay woke. With holes in the boat, it's hard to stay afloat. Yo, you wanna hold on to hope, then don't blink. You wanna hold on to hope, then don't blink.
Of the labor of the toiling masses are enjoyed by those who do not labor. And again, as black people, we have clear examples of it. If we were to get the fruits of our labor from slavery, just from slavery, all we gotta do is go to Nixon and say, hey, look, you give us the fruits of our labor from slavery and we forget the score. We would be the richest people in the country again, because under capitalism, the individual exploits the labor of the people.
It's time to get your white gloves dirty, cause the revolution is inevitable. Colle Kharis and Grandmaster Wiz.
Where I grew up was screwed up. The Ku Klux was only 2 blocks away. Every day I think about this true slugs, but too much ignorance sickens us. Confused and stuck like listeners, conditioned us not to listen enough. Enough of what they say was a bluff, then we fucked. Cause what was stolen history, frozen socially stuck in its path. Cause of what happened in the past was corrupt and lasted way past what it should've. The blood spill was real. Cause we knew they was monsters when they functioning and still disrupting was real. It is what it is, mentality to stomach the deal, knowing the motive they conceal. But I see through it, don't need a peace movement. I'd rather lead a people to freedom via a revolution. Guaranteed that he's losing if he go against us. It's up to us to resist them, resisting us. Listen.
A revolution is necessary, necessary. A revolution, a revolution is necessary, necessary. A revolution is necessary.
Yeah, it was Davenport town for me, a black town like any other in this country. Sisters and brothers come together to try to build something. White society, life treated us like nothing. And nothing could be further from the truth. When the truth leak, they just go further with abuse. Even murder with the news to service the perceived power structure that seemed to be used as the perfect excuse to do what they want. With all the control that they flaunt, they would hang the dead bodies in the neighborhood up front, so we could all see it in hopes to cease. Or dreaming, believing in peace within men's souls buried in holes deep, deep. If our ancestors' souls could speak, maybe my rap songs could be their form of speech. Not for money when I'm flowing lyrics, I'm hoping they reach those who seek to be awake and shaken out of their sleep.
A revolution is necessary, necessary. A revolution, a revolution is necessary, necessary. A revolution is necessary.
1906 Atlanta race riots. The whites ignored it for 100 years, but they biased. Some try to say it didn't happen, but they lying. I know those who survived it, I was raised by them. Or raised by the one they raised after they witnessed their own riots based on race in 38. They displayed the kind of hate that was sanctioned by state. They pulled them out of their own homes where they thought they were safe. Wrong again. The honest men was tricked by the godless men who lied and dishonored them. But then the black responded when hours became days. Now they all in, they all men, no longer slaves. Slaves no longer, but many days away from being a Wakanda. If they hold us under longer, we'll suffocate. You ponder our fate as we wander this place, as power they hunger. The local paper ignored the report. They said 20-something died, but there was more. There was no justice administered to the whites, of course. In fact, more blacks was arrested by law. Disrespectful, different kind of special. The deal they made with the devil was a whole different level. Buried alive, no shovel. They should have died with the rebels. Skip rocks floating over the ocean time like a pebble.
A revolution is necessary, necessary. A revolution, a revolution is necessary, necessary. A revolution is necessary.
One example is what happened in Atlanta on a Saturday night in September 1906.
In Atlanta, there were separate elevators for black and white, separate parts of the cemetery for black and white, separate parts of the streetcar for black and white, separate Bibles in the courtroom that you would swear on. In other words, every part of life was segregated by race.
blacks began eventually realized that we were being attacked here and the riot is going on, so they began to arm themselves. Of course, the government took it upon itself to arrest any black caught with arms, and they were jailed. But blacks did arm themselves and eventually fought back.
Yeah. Heard as Amber Heard when she heard the word that Johnny Depp won. He did the dirty bird, Jamal Anderson. Running with the pen again, adrenaline run through these veins, stained by the pain. We become numb to the violence and even more numb to the white folks who stand on the sideline in silence. Please stop the climbing. We chop the beanstalk to stop the giant from rising, defiantly trying to block us from shining. Reminding me of a time when we was like diamonds, deep seeking refinement. But see, we was always kings in alignment. Dreams that our minds get free from the unspeakable things that we survive in. The U.S. decline in health, help you define this hell when you decide you failed like issue by yourself. You see, they tricked us trying to convince us the senseless sickness is the fault of the victims and not the systems, which is crazy, psychologically lazy. It can't be that your getaway scheme is just to blame me. Maybe that's how it worked in the past before they free the masses and the masters had us in chains and sheds in the back. Must be nice to reenact when your sympathy lacks. My social status is black, to them was simply that. See, we simply that, to them we just black. We come so far, but they don't know who we are. Plus, we don't know who we are ourselves. Held in our heart is love, but dwell in our thoughts above. What's in our hearts enough to realize in us God dwells. We come so far, but they don't know who we are. Plus, we don't know who we are ourselves. Held in our heart is love, but dwell in our thoughts above. What's in our hearts enough to realize in us God dwells. Yo, it feels like we haven't slept, mimicking death. I guess it compares to the career of Johnny Depp. Nah, that's a stretch with all the brick laying in step with the plan. We build their houses and help them expand. Yes, they let us build our own houses, but damn, ours is built out of sticks and exist on their land. You see, we're desperate, we're equal, but separate, still the jam. It's like the 70s when they seek to defeat the man. If you stand with us, keep your head high, and I will use my pen to extend truth and put to bed lies. While they tell the racist friends to stand by and stand by, they focus on bogus claims of voting dead guys. The enemy moves through city streets like centipedes. I get to fight for my rights despite the conspiracies that they conjure up to justify why they speak the evil speech to seize planet, so the whole planet sees the evil deeds. They deceived, in fact relieved, cause they believe that corruptness leads to peace. Inconceivable, Vicini sipping poisonous drinks, the oceans of emotionless things, hoping we don't think. Hope sinks in this hell, no hope never fails. Though okey doke with the cell, oh well, we ain't buying, we trying to rise high where God dwells. Where God dwells. We come so far, but they don't know who we are. Plus, we don't know who we are ourselves. Held in our heart is love, but dwell in our thoughts above. What's in our hearts enough to realize in us God dwells. We come so far, but they don't know who we are. Plus, we don't know who we are ourselves. Held in our heart is love, but dwell in our thoughts above. What's in our hearts enough to realize in us God dwells. and peaceful. Even taking the fucking knee was evil through the eyes of the people who lied and don't believe you. Deceitful was they stick, and plus hatred and racist. Now I'ma correct they vision like LASIK. To raise this, erase it, basic humanity. Face this sanity, worse than tasteless profanity. Which means that a black human being ain't shit. Despised in their eyes, why we cease to exist. They brought us over to be they slaves, that's it. American and African Americans, a glitch. There's a glitch in the system. I can see that the venom's in them. And the beat be out of rhythm. When they speak, history offends them. So it seems there's a glitch in the system. I can see that the venom's in them. And the beat be out of rhythm. When they speak, history offends them. So it seems. Yeah, the sort of rich kid, a white teen. Big dreams of one day of what he might be. Beach property scene, mean with a nice breeze. His best friend's black and Asian, not likely to last past 19. His dad's scheme to pass him the keys to the kingdom, complete with the Lamborghini. Need magical genie, grant all his wishes. Don't get it twisted, it's more like white privilege, isn't it? He listened in school, the teachers who teach him it's cool to recognize there's more one kind in this pool of genetics. A lesson on ethics or justice. That's what happens when you just sit and ask this. Am I racist or maybe this places? Can they replace us and make this the matrix? It's kinda dangerous, this shit that we face with. Taking history out of school when I aced it. You see, they walk and talk like they the shit. They think we the reason they cease to exist. They brought us over for one reason, that's it. The American experiment, it was a glitch. There's a glitch in the system. I can see that the venom's in them. And the beat be out of rhythm. When they speak, history offends them. So it seems there's a glitch in the system. I can see that the venom's in them. And the beat be out of rhythm. When they speak, history offends them. So it ceases.
So he says nobody questioned slavery until, you know who questioned it? The enslaved people. The enslaved people questioned it the whole time. And that's the thing. It's like you have a worldview that so centers and so privileges a particular ideological agenda, a particular set of people, that you say things that are just patently ridiculous.
But we represent a civilization. I don't mean merely literally the African civilization or whatever. I mean a sense of life, which is the only thing that civilizes anybody.
You gotta be Satan, separating parents from their babies in order to keep them from crossing the border safely. You Kevin Spacey with minors, you idolize the bad guy, like Peaky Blinders on the side of evil, deep dividers. They keep dividing us, trying to reach defining us, but thus keep reminding us that they ain't on the side of justice. It's just this, or news when it's just in, or coming in like my cousin and them with guns busting. And that's nothing compared to the disgusting things that they discussing. The politics, the politicians switching with the substance. List just the front with the riddle, not the fizzle with the political function. Yeah, it's kinda fucked up. They oughta dump Trump in a dump trunk. The dumb stuff got me asking when his luck's up. Cause I'm stuck trying to figure out who the niggas now. Cause I saw a poster posted in my nigga's house. Give me your black card back, cause you all lost track. With your blackness, put a pause on that. Give me your black card back, because you all love track. Causing nothing but drama, arguing facts. Here we go. We so close, but still so far from the stars, and we know, so we hold on close, because so far our God gives us hope. Here we go. We so close, but still so far from the stars, and we know, so we hold on to it close, because so far our God gives us hope. Yo, they got him on the RICO charge, cause he's in charge and wanna lead him off into the beam. They walk into the sea with sharks, and he's a knock, but feeding off, eating all the people, thinking he is God, but he is not. But demons got him breathing hard. They got him plotting violence, trying to rob us of a black vote. Atlanta ground zero because of all the black folks and politician assholes acting like a last hope, but not quite back in the back of the bus, but we mad close. Why they act as though we half as slow as they are? They don't recognize the racist signs on our radar. And no shit, I be the first to admit that we came far, but still far behind y'all. I'm trying to be as safe as y'all. Your privilege is preventing the vision. You're innocent shit, maybe you are, but your friends isn't. Didn't created a monster, an obvious imposter. Gave the ex-president the power to become a mobster or a martyr. We so close, but still so far from the stars, and we know, so we hold on close, because so far our God gives us hope. Here we go. We so close, but still so far from the stars, and we know, so we hold on to it close, because because so far our God gives us hope. Yo, for real, welcome to the battlefield. We on the front line. The punchline is we got no chips in the lunch line. Look at me standing on the street trying to bust rhymes and hope to get noticed. More so to grow a couple dimes, afford a couple wine, afford a couple fine dime pieces. Not really, even if I lost my mind. You see, that's average rapper talk, acting like a pack of dogs. Black got him acting all crazy when pride's involved, but that ain't pride at all. We've been deprived of all, plus we've been dying off longer than defying odds. They try to sell you this irrelevant iPod or whatever device they can keep your eyes on. Or better yet, here's some old chains you can try on. Remember our culture was lied to and lied on, beaten and hung, still see the tree the rope tied on. Erase the past so when we die, it'll be all gone. Here we go. We so close, but still so far from the stars, and we know, so we hold on close, because so far our God gives us hope. Here we go. We so close, but still so far from the stars, and we know, so we hold on to it close, because so far our God gives us hope. Here we go.
The rise of Europe attempted to destroy. I say attempted to destroy because it did not in fact destroy it. It dispersed it, and under that pressure, it began to become something else. When it comes to, is I'm civilized in a way that Englishmen are not, you know, because I've had to depend on a principle which Europeans have learned to distrust.
Let's see.
Does that make sense to you, though?
How does poetry help? Poetry helps because poetry has invented and we've birthed, I guess is a better word. We have birthed the science that has led to the dreams.
Yeah, we waiting for the time for celebration when racism is finally over and we can raise kids in the safest places that's more real than the Matrix. Cause right now the fight goes down just for the basics. And some of us gotta pray every day just to make it. Where will we take it next? Nowhere without the payment. That's what they saying, even though we've been paying in blood, even after our enslavement was up. Okay, it's a total focus on rising and vocalizing our lives, a total demise, and supposed to surprise when shining amongst the blind men. Who's fine when the assignment, our struggles that seem to be behind them, but I'm in a place and they eyeing my space. I think they like us better in irons and chains or segregation. The best time in their day, they tricked us again on some we kinda no longer slaves. Yo, we had a goal to climb out of this hole. The battle of good and evil for my people is getting old. We helped build this country, inserted our soul. I suppose that mean nothing to those wanting control. We had a goal to climb out of this hole. The battle of good and evil for my people is getting old. We helped build this country, inserted our soul. I suppose that mean nothing to those wanting control.
Stereotypes are calculated, racism now is sophisticated. I am a revolutionary, man, I miss the cadence. The system hated, decimated, the domesticated, to drug related, debated. They fill the heart with hatred. A patron of this nation, but my past is complicated. While you forsake it, we congregated and prayed to make it. No silence in the violence. If you choke my throat, I drink it. There's only one true God, the rest are false and pagan. They lost their way and replacing it with these thoughts that's brazen. Ass naked, how Fox transforms the basics. I'm seeing in the mind of the wealthy Caucasians, the black faces, the self-hatred, the black races. They run the world like running track in black aces. We can't pace it, compute it, refute it, or even backspace it. They act racist, they children see it and duplicate it. But freedom's rising, it's surprising, took the youth to make it.
We had a goal to climb out of this hole. The battle of good and evil for my people is getting old. We helped build this country, inserted our soul. I suppose that mean nothing to those wanting control. We had a goal to climb out of this hole. The battle of good and evil for my people is getting old. We helped build this country, inserted our soul. I suppose that mean nothing to those wanting control.
Don't you understand that the people who do this thing, who practice racism, are bereft? There is something distorted about the psyche. It's a huge waste, and it's a corruption and a distortion. It's a profound neurosis that nobody examines for what it is. It feels crazy. It is crazy.